The idea was to initially spawn at CCDC or practice for CCDC because we wanted to learn how to set up and secure an Apache web server. So I'd like to welcome Kevin Gilbert, our first speaker for today, who will be doing an interactive demo portion. Mark Judice and Gilbert Rodriguez also had great input on this great talk. Thanks. Take it away.
Okay, so beginning off, I guess we're going to talk about what LAMP servers actually are, if that works or not. I'll just do it from here. So LAMPS is an acronym standing for Linux, Apache, MySQL, or PHP. PHP can be substituted by Python or other things, but PHP is by far the most commonly used programming language for this. So basic installation steps. Once you actually have a computer running Linux, your first thing you want to do is remove all unnecessary software, close all ports you aren't planning on using, just basic things that kind of secure the computer down. Generally, you want to create a separate Apache user account, which you can tie to your permissions to for your directory, so that if someone were to get in the box, it would make exploiting the rest of your file system more difficult. PHP is a software used to help facilitate database management. If you're proficient in SQL command line, not probably going to need it as much, but it's a helpful tool for especially beginners to help get more used to it. This from my personal experience, if you were get it from the apt-get repositories, it does download it in a different location. You create a symbolic link in your var www directory, and that should solve any issues if you do get into that. Set up a basic kind of example here so far. Is my super duper website. It's beautiful. I worked hard on this. Look over to it. There we go. So when you Apache, essentially it's the web server itself. It's what handles all the HTTP requests and help, and it's pretty much what actually generates your website. All of your basic files are located initially in var www. Here's my symbolic link PHP. Vim index.html comes, which is kind of default HTML script that comes in here. Here's my super advanced elite hacks for skill level code. You can just see it's just form entries for basic information. We're going to start off initially with a very kind of simple, this isn't a very secure actual service, so Mark's going to be explaining a bit more later on how to actually do more secure things with this. But basically this just helps you kind of do basic form handling.
Just a quick poll, how many people in here know PHP and HTML already?
So yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, there's that. And you can see right here, the form sends action on something called a simple insert.php. It's a basic PHP script that is in here. That just opens up a connection with the SQL database. I've been talking around with Manuel and have not found out a better way to not do this in plain text. But yeah, so this creates a connection with the SQL database. And then again, very, very simple. All it's doing is inserting data. I'm not checking really anything else, but this is sort of just kind of a example here. If we go to here, we can put an example. No. Okay, and now this is kind of PHP admin you can access by doing localhost / PHP myadmin. This is a pretty cool tool that I've actually enjoyed using quite a bit, and you can kind of see, oops, go down here a bit. Information being input, that was for me playing with it. But voila, such science, I know. I tried so hard on this. Yeah, this lists different databases running on the machine right now, different tables within the databases. You can create tables, do cool little goodies, insert information into here. If we can also verify by actually going into here. I did not do that, right? I meant to do that. I was testing you all and you all failed. Very sad. Okay, so we're going to use the web servers, the database I made for this. Whoops.
Could you show us the databases?
The databases? Yes. This is everything right now, but the user root has all the access to these databases right now. Anything you want to?
So information schema and performance schema and MySQL actually are all inherent to the SQL Server itself. PHP MyAdmin was that tool that Kevin was using earlier, and that was specifically to contain like login information. I'm not really quite sure what else. Maybe some of the columns.
The PHP, you can do insertion commands. It gives you the actual code if I do that as well. Chris, for you? Kevin? Okay.
So, how would you say that MySQL is better than, say, Excel?
Yeah, that was my question too. Like, what's the benefit of MySQL over just using files?
Memory management and stuff.
Excel, I can't believe you.
It's a lot
Easier
quicker.
lookup, and also it's a
Speed is
relational
one, yeah.
database management system. So I guess it's also it's the type of lookup you want to do. I think Kevin answered more from the guy who asked.
Another feature of MySQL is primary keys, which apparently you haven't used.
No. Yeah, so this is kind of just basic usage right now. But you will notice right now that this isn't necessarily ideal. And Mark's going to actually be explaining a bit more about that. Do you want to start doing that? Or?
Meow. Okay.
Rat meow? Yeah, rat meow. Okay. Rat meow.